All right. Welcome everyone this morning. See our 2008s and our 2016 stragglers in the back. All right, is this loud enough? Let me turn it up. Hello, hello. All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for this dedication in honor of Parker Washburn. This bench behind me here is uniquely positioned to sit, relax, and also keep a caring eye on the Craig dorm behind us, the dining hall to my left, and the copper beech tree behind us here. These three perspectives focus on the home of our boarding students and our dorm parents, the place where we've enjoyed countless meals together as faculty and staff and students, and the place where our seniors just last week shared their voices and many years celebrated during commencement. While I never had the privilege of knowing Parker, as many of you have, I've lived as a dorm parent for many years in Craig, experiencing the joys and challenges, particularly with a few of the 04 through 08 and 016 boarders that I see back there. Moving forward, our Oakwood community will look on this space and look to channel Parker's light, humor, and care with our students each and every day. We're in the process of launching a new website here at Oakwood, and part of this involves updating our faculty bios. I gained some inspiration reading Parker's 1974 Oakwood faculty bio. And while it might read a little bit different than some of our current descriptors, I think she and the school knew what they were doing when they published it. Parker's Southern accent and witticisms are legendary at Oakwood, it read. She was born in Durham, North Carolina, raised on cornbread, corn whiskey, and buttermilk. If your problems are severe enough, you can be sure that Parker will ease the pain by baking chocolate layer cake or some other irresistible confection. Listening, caring, easing pain, and sharing chocolate layer cake. This is what we aspire to in support of our students, both boarding and day. Thank you, Parker. And thank you all for being here. I would now like to turn it over to Harriet Whitcomb and Juan Williams.
Good morning.
I wrote this in letter form to Parker. Sorry, like this? Oh, okay. Dear Parker, we are here today in your honor to try and put words to our thoughts and feelings that will be, at a minimum, adequate to who you were to us. You and Artie got married and came to Oakwood. Immediately, you acquired 205 children. What were you thinking? We were not just 205 regular children, no. This is Oakwood. 205 hormone-driven teenagers, a rainbow of cultures, religions, sexual orientation, and politically diverse teenagers. It was the middle of the Vietnam War and the draft lottery, women's liberation, black power, and protest marches. It was sex, drugs, and rock and roll. You were the even keel on this crazy boat. You were kind and supportive, funny and open, always honest. You never talked down to anyone. I never heard you raise your voice in anger. We could simply be us. Your expectations for us were to learn and grow, be kind always, and with luck find a path towards some semblance of okay. Sorry. One event, can you hear me? Like this? Okay. One event that I have reflected on over the years was a dorm orientation meeting of all the girls in Craig Hall at the beginning of the 1970 fall semester. We girls were all piled into the downstairs lounge in PJs and nightgowns. After the basic rules part, we talked about staying safe. We talked about being wary of boys who just wanted a notch in their belt. You were so straightforward. You were 24 years old. How did you know what to say? How could you be so tuned in, so on point? I'm getting really nervous here. Right, I have to lean in on something like that. Yeah, I do. Thanks. I'm getting really nervous. Okay, so. Thank you. How could you be? No, I'm good. Okay. So wise and so willing to share. You had such an infectious smile and laugh. It was wonderful watching you when you were pregnant with Sarah. Toward the end of your pregnancy, you only fit into one dress, which was red. With much affection, we called you the Red Balloon. I hope you knew how much we loved you. You were a gift. Thank you, Parker. Okay, so the first person I asked if she thought the bench was a good idea was Nanette, who said, yes, put it onto the Oakwood and Jokewood Facebook sites. Nanette then put me in touch with Barrett, Marcia, and Julie, and the ball rolled. Thank you all. And thank you to my Oakwood family for supporting this tribute to Parker. I was overwhelmed but not surprised with the love and donations for this bench. I hope the bench ages well and provides support, solace, and respite, as well as laughter, secrets, and stories. Thank you. And thank you to Edwin and Roland, who put the bench together and finished it. So, thanks.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here this morning to honor Parker and to honor the Washburn family. I know what you're all thinking. Why isn't Artie's name on this bench too? Well, as you can see, Parker loved Artie, but he's still standing. So we're gonna have to get back together for his 100th birthday to honor Artie. Artie, thank you so much for being here and for the love that you've shown this community.
I love this fight.
Anyone who knew Parker, as you just heard from Harriet, knew that she believed in being generous. And she acted on it by doing everything to help people feel that they were loved, including her notable husband. And you know, that to me is so special on this brilliant day. She was love come to life for so many people. We all knew her as a champion for the underdog, tirelessly performing acts of service. No matter where she lived or worked, that was her gift. Loving others was rooted in her upbringing, as you heard from Harriet. She was raised in a small farm, North Carolina, by a single mom who courageously did what was necessary to make ends meet for her family. Her mom's resilience and kind heart offered daily examples of what it meant to show love, and it instilled in Parker, as I recollect, a deep sense of empathy. Empathy. And during her time at Oakwood, that empathy led to exactly what Harriet described so ably, counseling so many young people, in particular the female students, through oftentimes painful experiences of adolescence. She counseled, she consoled, she cajoled, she encouraged. Wow. It was guidance without judgment and lots of hugs. And also lots and lots of humor. Anyone who knew Parker knew that a good laugh and a good story was always at hand, even in a difficult and sometimes emotionally traumatic moment. What goes beyond Oakwood is not just the young people who graduate. It's also people like Parker Washburn. When she left, you know, she went to Nigeria to do foreign service. Then she went back home to North Carolina and took over a family business, Leon's, a beauty salon in Charlotte. Parker took great pride in her work at Leon's, but it wasn't through the lens of the beauty industry, you know, the focus on beauty and profits. What gave her purpose was knowing that she was helping young people, continuing that Oakwood legacy. And she was helping young people very different than the ones that she had helped here. These were young people often struggling to find any path to education, to a future, to success. She was very proud that after 18 months in the Leon program, her graduates were ready to join the workforce in an industry that was remarkably stable regardless of what's happening in the economy. She believed in vocational education much as she had invested so heavily in the academics of Oakwood School, and understood both had the power to transform lives and provide opportunities. During the early days of the HIV/AIDS epidemic, she maintained her commitment to the underdog by supporting employees stricken with the illness. She helped them to cope with the burden and the stigma associated with that disease, and in some cases, this is just so Parker-esque, she bravely remained by their side when no one else would in their final moments. Parker never stopped fighting for the little guy, the little girl. Her dedication, her Oakwood sensibility was to social justice, and it was unwavering. Her passion for advocacy began with her mom, extended through Oakwood, through Artie, and beyond. People from here to North Carolina and Africa know Parker Washburn, the spirit lives. May she rest in peace and in our memories as the generous soul with a smile, our Oakwood friend, now and forevermore.
Juan, thank you very much for your remarks honoring the memory of Parker Washburn. You have eloquently, as you do, captured the essence of this special woman. Her impact on the Oakwood community is understandably unknown to the current student body. However, those of you who were here from 69 to 78 knew her as the person to see when life threw you a few curveballs. She would come home in the middle of the night after talking with someone who needed a helping hand. If we were here today in the roles we had then, this very bench would be where she would have been. I know this for sure. My family and I are very moved and proud to witness this special dedication. Our heartfelt thanks go to the Oakwood community, friends, and the Oakwood Friends School Alumni Association, especially to Harriet, Gilbert, Whitcomb, Barrett Naka, and Juan Williams. We also thank the current Oakwood Friends School administration and community for embracing this special dedication. With love and affection, peace be with us all.
Thank you very much, Audie. If anyone else would like to share.
Tell people to sign the book.
Two things, yes. The book up here to sign if you have not yet, so please do so. And if anyone else would like to share, I can bring the mic over if you would. Well, enjoy this bench. I know that I will, and my sons will, my wife will, and the 4 dorm parents that live in Craig now, and the students that we'll have returning in late August to fill this dorm. This will be, as you said, a special place with lots of stories, lots of relaxation, and some things I probably don't want to know about. So. Thank you.
Yeah, you did.